Bellingwood Vignettes by Diane Greenwood Muir. Book 14, Vignette number 2, Mommie, Dearest. Sal Kahane flung open the front door of Sweet Beans and looked around to see who was there. For once, the place was empty. Good. She needed to calm down. Camille came out from the bakery at the sound of clanging bells and grinned when she saw her boss. "Good morning. How was your weekend?" "Weekend was fine. The morning? Dreadful. I need coffee. I've tried to be good, but if my doc says I can have a cup once in a while and not hurt the baby, today's the day. I need it." "Bad morning?" Camille asked with a smile. "What happened?" "My mother," Sal spat. "She's always what happens. I was having a perfectly happy pregnancy, and now she wants to come to Iowa and upend my life. She's a menace." Camille chuckled. She'd heard plenty of stories about Lila Kahane from Sal. "When is she coming?" Sal pointed to a glass-covered cake stand. "Big chocolate muffin, in my mouth, right now." Camille pushed the coffee cup forward on the counter and put the largest chocolate muffin she could find on a plate. "Will that help?" "For about 3 minutes is all." Sal reached across the counter, picked up the muffin, took a large bite, and mumbled through the cake. "I cannot believe this is happening to me." "Go sit in the booth over there. I'll pour myself a cup and join you. Nobody's around this morning." Sal put the muffin back on the plate, sighed, and picked it up with her coffee. "You're going to have to listen to me complain, you know." "Oh, I think I can handle it. If you get too far out of line, I'll call in reinforcements. Sylvie has plenty of help today and can come rescue me." "Not Sylvie," Sal said with a laugh. "Please, not Sylvie. She always tells me to straighten up and stop feeling sorry for myself. Her and Polly, they just don't appreciate a good pity party. And today, I'm really feeling pitiful." Camille followed Sal to the booth with a mug of black coffee and slid in, watching Sal negotiate the table with her pregnant belly. "So why is your mother coming to Iowa?" Then she dropped her mouth open into a round O. "This is my fault, isn't it?" Sal slid her a glare. "Yes, it is." "But I was just being polite," Camille protested. "And besides, you're the one who gave me her address. You said there was no possible way she would come." "I thought I was safe." "She can't miss a single prep school, high school, or college graduation if one of her friends' children or grandchildren are involved. There are teas and parties for the young women who are coming out, and then it's also Mother's Day. She always makes Dad take her someplace elegant for Mother's Day." "Wait, back up. Coming out? Real, live debutantes?" Camille asked. "Real live," Sal replied. "Even though the balls don't happen until next December, these women have to make sure their little protégés are properly trained." Camille shook her head. I'm speechless. "Did you go through that?" "It had fallen out of favor when I would have been at the height of it. But I learned plenty of society rules and mores. Anyway, my mother would have been quite disappointed in me. I'd never have played that game." But anyway, Sal gave her head a quick shake. "I'm back to being mad at you. Mom is coming to Iowa this Friday. I have to pick her up in Des Moines and then entertain her until she leaves on Monday." "Whoa, that's a long weekend," Camille said. "How can I help?" You're putting the baby shower together. That's enough. Just don't do anything cutesy or weird, okay? I want to get through it with as little pain as possible." "So no games?" Sal's eyes grew huge. "Games? Oh, please, no. Just food and friends." She leaned her head on the back of the booth. "Camille, you have no idea how awful this woman is. She criticizes everything." "Oh, it can't be that bad." "Yeah, it can." Sal looked around the coffee shop. "She'll make a comment about how quaint this is, but what she means is that it's low class and common, not worthy of her. When she tastes Sylvie's wonderful creations, she'll tell me later about some famous person on the East Coast who makes something so much better, and it's too bad we can't have that kind of quality here in the Midwest. If only chefs everywhere were required to have the same level of training." She'll comment on the clothes people wear and how they carry themselves. She'll make snide remarks about education and financial worth. I lived that life, and now I see why Polly was scared to let me loose among her friends. She warned me over and over when I came out here that I couldn't say bad things about her town. My mother can be just as bad, Camille said. For someone who has grown up with a huge family around her and experiences racism and bigotry every day of her life, that woman can be hard to get along with. She has a set of rules that people must abide by, and if you don't, she can be pretty judgmental. Camille chuckled. The thing is, you aren't always sure exactly what those rules are until you cross one of them. That's it, Sal exclaimed. It isn't like they're written down on a list somewhere. Camille leaned forward and said quietly, I think Mom's might be. I'm pretty sure she keeps them in a locked journal, inside a locked box, in the bottom of a locked drawer, in the desk, in her locked office. Sal laughed until she snorted. That's hilarious. But you aren't like that at all. And aren't you the oldest? Yes. But the other thing my mother has is an overabundance of love. That tempers much of her critical nature. And with so many kids in our family, she spread it out on all of us, so it wasn't focused on only one person. I'm not having just one child, Sal declared. Mom did that whole focusing thing on me. Poor Dad was already a lost cause, so I had to be her perfect child. It would be tough being an only child sometimes. For some people it's fine. I just managed to grow up with a mother who is an inconsiderate snob. Dad's nothing like her. I've watched him cringe at the things she says to people. She's just cruel sometimes. Sal shook her head slowly. She's going to come out here and denigrate everything I love, and she'll tell me how bad I look, how I've put on too much weight with the baby. You've hardly put on any extra weight, Camille said. You're gorgeous. Sal's eyes crinkled into a smile. Thank you, I wasn't fishing. It's just what I get to experience while she's in town. She wadded up her napkin and threw it at the plate. I need activities that will distract her. There's always Polly, Camille said with a laugh. She loves Polly. Sal lit up with a hopeful smile. Absolutely adores her. Polly is the only one of all my friends that Mom just accepted as she was. So make Polly entertain her. That might be difficult, Sylvie said, coming up behind Sal from the kitchen. Why? What's going on? Sal asked. Polly's had a wild morning so far, and it sounds like it might be a long week for them. Camille slid over and patted the seat beside her. Sit down and tell us. Sylvie placed her hands on the edge of the table and leaned in. I can't, she said. I'm late for a meeting in Boone. She grinned at the two of them. So, I'll leave you with the mystery and see you both tomorrow morning. She stood back up and waved toward the kitchen. They can handle anything that comes up today, and you've got my cell. As she walked away, Sal looked at Camille in annoyance. What was that about? I don't know. She's not usually a tease. What do you suppose is going on with Polly? Oh, it can't be good, Sal said. It's never good. But I can make an assumption. Now, how am I going to explain to Mother that Polly found another dead body? If she likes Polly so well, it won't be that bad, will it? Sal grinned across the table at Camille. In fact, it might be pure entertainment.